wearing purple mask.
We are interviewing each
other on this day. Hello.
And welcome to
Queers Cant Words.
Wow, we words
We
like
just
so
did that.
hard right
Yes.
there.
Big
yeah.
brain moment.
Our collective brain cell just
Went off.
went the fuck off. So today,
Yeah, hello.
we're
here with my cat Stevie.
Stevie,
For now,
say
for this part of the recording.
hello.
She might not do it.
Okay, no
Probably
sounds.
She's like, no.
Sleepy cat.
Yeah, she's sleepy.
It's
All your
that was
petting
the
is
sound
making
of
her sleepy.
sleeping. I know. This is another episode of the cat is so cute. The cat is so cute.
Yes, you just need to get a cat.
I know.
This is the solution.
I know. Once I move out, I'm getting a cat.
You better.
Yeah. Oh my
Yes.
god. Yeah.
Go to Chicago.
I needed a cat.
And get a cat. And then maybe get like a
And
young
that's
cat
it.
who's
That's
okay
my
with
life.
traveling.
I know.
So
I was
you
thinking
can-
about that. That's
Yeah.
the hard thing. Is like what
If you make it
with the travel.
Emotional support animal,
Yo,
then
you're right.
you don't have to put it in like a crate in with the luggage, which is like terrifying to me. Like, why would people do that? Just period.
That is really sad.
Like, I know it's not ideal to have animals on a plane, but it's less ideal to have them in the luggage part, as opposed to just like on your lap. I don't fucking know. Although thinking about it, I'm like, have I ever even been on a flight with an animal?
An animal.
Because I don't think I have.
I don't think I have either. I like
At least I
know
can't think
people
about
who
it.
do it, but
Yeah.
I haven't really like seen it in
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, it's only in
Yeah,
movies. It's
it's only-
fictional.
It's not even true.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a QAnon. A lie.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I regret making that joke.
So anyways.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Today we are no.
Getting on topic now.
This is an episode about QAnon and how.
I guess we could do an episode on QAnon.
Oh shit. That's true. Yeah.
We could
Plot twist. We are actually. We love
could
QAnon. No, I'm joking.
actually like
Good lord.
do something where it's like have people submit stuff to us.
About QAnon.
Like just like wild ass conspiracy theories.
Oh my god.
And read them along with actual QAnon
Yes.
conspiracies and be like, which do you think is the like completely made up thing and which one's the QAnon thing?
That'd be amazing. Like,
That would be a
Like,
good
tell
live
us, like,
episode.
what
if we could
is
actually
the
get
gay
people to,
agenda?
like, watch us or listen to us
Yeah.
live.
and it could be like
We could do an Instagram thing.
lizards. Lesbians are lizards.
Because
That's
they
my
both
theory.
start with L.
It's a good
Yes.
alliteration.
Solid.
Or whatever.
I see no logical fallacies in that one.
Yeah.
It's true.
Lizard.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yes.
Lesbians are lizards. Or
If
are
your
lizards
name-
lesbians?
Aw. All lizards are lesbians. Therefore, lesbians are lizards. Boom.
Yep.
Logic.
Yep.
Killed it.
Miss
That's
Miller
how
would be proud of us.
Following this logic, hey.
Yes. Shout out to Miller.
But yeah, shout out to Miller. Hey, Miss Miller.
Hey. I don't even know if she listens to us.
Hey, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Thank you
today
for trying
we
to teach us
are.
logic. Anyway, yes, today.
LOL logic. We are interviewing each other
Yes.
instead of a guest, so we can ask each other LGBTQ related questions.
Yeah.
And you can listen. Yep, that's it. Oh, Stevie left.
I mean, you shut the door, so she's trapped in here with us.
Oh,
Um,
good. No?
but yes. Yes.
Oh, are you going
We
to
have a
scratch
couple
my computer
questions.
case?
Probably not.
That's okay. Do it.
She's just sniffing.
Okay, anyways, that's our episode for today, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it'll be fun. I like
gonna
our
be so fun.
questions.
Okay. Okay, Natalie.
Yes.
So, my first question to you. When did you first know you were gay? And then follow up, what was coming out like for you? Pass over the
For
mic.
me. Yeah, we're using a microphone now. Sort of. very loose definition of microphone. Let's see. I don't really know, honestly. Like, it was mostly just like a moment where, like, at first I was like, oh, sure, boys, yeah, straight, haha. And then I was like, you know what, girls too. So I was like, bye, nice, cool. And then I was like, you know what, never mind. Nope, we're fully gay.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was definitely middle school. Because I think like one of the more recent crushes I had, like kind of first crush almost, was like on this boy in my 6th grade class. And then I went to follow, and there were all these like pretty girls, and I was like, oh wait. Yeah, and so it just kind of evolved from there. But also, like, I definitely, without realizing it, had crushes on like all 3 of my 6th grade teachers.
Good.
Yeah, I was just an awkward young little lesbian to be. And
Aww.
yeah, no, I was awkward as hell. And as for coming out, it was more like the way that I always describe it is as like one week I like went up to my mom and I was like, "Hey, I think I like boys and girls," and she was like, "Okay." And then like the next week I was like, "Just kidding, it's just girls." And she was like, "Okay." That was basically it. Like I don't really feel like it was like a coming out.
Like,
Really,
okay.
it was more just like I was like telling my mom my news of the day. It was like the same as being like, "Oh, it rained around like 2 o'clock." You know, like, it was very casual. Like there was no. It never even crossed my mind to like sit them down and be like, "I have something serious to tell you," and like be like, "Okay, hi."
Cool.
We can just cut that out. That was my mom. But yeah.
Nice.
Finally answered.
Love it. Love it. So good. Okay, this is like a fun question. What is something like stereotypically lesbian / queer that you do? You think?
Yeah. I guess. Oh, jeez. Well, I guess like sometimes when I think stereotypical lesbian, I'm like, oh, butch. Even though I hate that label. Because I definitely like dress relatively masculine, I guess, or I mean like, you know, like unisex t-shirts and long sleeves as opposed to like anything really super form-fitting. Um, so there's that, and then there was also like the really short hair phase.
Nice.
That was like 6th grade through like 2 years ago.
Nice.
When I was like, you know, I'll try growing my hair out again. But yeah, and then also just like, whenever I like meet like someone for the first time on a date or like a hookup thing, sorry mom, if you're listening, um, like I definitely like am more content to just like sit there and do nothing as opposed to like initiate anything. I mean, like, I'll like talk, you know, I'll keep up a conversation, but if it's like anything like even remotely physical, I'm just like, you know, frozen to the spot, not gonna really do anything until the other person does something first, preferably, and I feel like that's. Because then if the other person is like stereotypically lesbian in that way, and then just nothing happens for a solid like half hour until finally someone's like, you know what, I'm gonna do something. So
Yeah.
that's always a
They're
time.
like, wow, we're like friends. Let's be friends.
Yeah.
And then yeah. Wow, that's a big mood. Cool. Okay. Follow up. What is something that you think is like non stereotypically queer that you do? in a queer way, and you're like, I don't know, I do this, but maybe other people have this experience, and yeah. Wait, did that make any sense?
I mean, it does. I'm just trying to. I was like,
Wait,
God,
hold on.
I
I'm gonna
don't know if I
rephrase
can
this
answer.
for recording purposes. Follow up. What is something non-stereotypically queer that you do that is still queer, though?
Right. Um. Shit, I don't know.
I don't know why that came
Andy's
out.
rapping career.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, gosh. Drop some sick beats, dude. What is something non-stereotypical queer that I do? Oh my god.
What's the straightest thing you've ever done?
That's alarming. I really don't know. I'm struggling. I just...
You're so gay.
Thanks, Andy.
You're welcome.
Well, okay, I feel like, and this is probably, like, not even, like, applicable, but I feel like the most... I'm probably incorrect, but I'm just gonna say it anyway, because it's the only thing I can think of. Something non-stereotypical that I've done was, like, leave my number for a waitress at a bar.
Ooh.
Like, and I don't know why. I feel like, and I'm not even, like, drinking age quite yet, or I definitely wasn't at the time, so it was kind of like, bleh. But I don't know, I just feel like that's, like, just, like, a straight people thing to just, like, leave your number for someone at, like, a restaurant or bar. Because,
yeah,
I mean, I don't know, I just feel like I don't really see, like, any queer representation or versions of that.
Right, that's like.
Like, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. That is much smoother than I am really all that capable of being.
No, you're smooth.
I don't know about that, Andy. It was kind of like, wow, it's like I have
like,
the confidence of a straight white cis man.
That's the one.
That was basically it, and I don't know.
Chillin'. I love it.
Final answer.
Cool. Alrighty. So, this question kind of going back to the earlier stages of gayness and queerness. What advice would you give your younger self? And follow up to that, what advice would you give a younger queer?
Well, to be a bit harsh on myself, my advice for myself would be to calm the fuck down. Like, it isn't the end of the world if someone doesn't like you back. And I say that, thanks. I say that because, like, I don't know, it also might have just been, like, middle school angst, which, you know, people experience across the board. But, like, dealing with crushes felt like life or death, and it was just, like, it was a lot of, like, emotional energy, and I feel like, there's enough going on in those years that, like, I don't know, yeah, so it's not the end of the world if someone doesn't like you back, and I would tell that to my, like, self from a year or two ago also, because, like, it's better to also to be yourself and have the other person like you as who you are, as opposed to, like, correcting yourself or muzzling yourself to try and make them like you. Yeah, that's something I learned in therapy, y'all. So, like, yeah, therapy. That's also, actually, yes, high-key advice to any young queer. If you feel like you need some sort of support that you're just not quite getting from, like, friends or family, like, therapy, y'all. Actually, that goes for just anyone, not just young queers, like, old and young queers, old and young straights, all of you out there, try therapy.
Yes.
This podcast is sponsored by therapy.
It really is.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We'll go with
I
that.
love it. Okay, okay. Oh, this is a funny question. I stole this question from your questions, but I love it. Okay, so what is like an awkward or embarrassing queer moment, whether with someone or just like existing?
Um, well, sorry, Stevie just yelled at me, and I have like a instinctual need to meow back at her.
Yeah.
Man, let me think. Awkward, embarrassing, or funny gay moments. You mean like in like dating or just like in general?
It can be dating or in general.
Um,
Or you could do one that's dating and then one that's general.
that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the first thing that comes to mind is just like dating stuff. But I feel like it's just always awkward when I mean, we were just talking about this. It's awkward when you go over to like hang out with someone, um, and you're having a good time, but then like kind of abruptly the other person is like, "Hey, bye," and like, "I'll see you out," kind of thing, and it's like, and you're like, well, "What? Wait." Um, so that's always fun. I mean, I don't. Oh god, that's another thing is like being with someone when you or the other person has a pet, like a cat, and things are getting spicy, and your cat just like jumps on you and is like meow, and you're like, now is not the time, and also I don't want you to see this, child, go away, and then you feel guilty for locking your cat out of your room, but you're also like, it's for the best.
Like censorship. Censorship for the children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that, and then like general, man. I guess just like I can't think of a specific instance, but like just in general, like hanging out in a group of friends and being like the noticeably obvious gay one.
Yeah.
I mean, like that was all of my middle school and high school life. Even if like other people in the friend group were like not completely straight, like it was just like I'm there, I'm the token lesbian.
Yeah.
Like because you can tell with a single glance.
With a single glance, you can tell that the lesbian is a lesbian. With a single glance, you see Natalie is fucking gay.
Thanks, Andy.
This is Nature Channel.
Oh my god. But yeah, final answer.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay. I have one more question. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, I have to choose one. Okay. You sort of went into this. Actually, no, I'm not gonna ask that question. Never mind.
Oh.
This quick question: is pussy God?
I feel like yes.
Good. There was a correct answer to that. And you just said it. Okay. I'm just making sure. And then
It's a requirement. So I
it
had
is
to say yes,
a
I
requirement.
had to pass that test, otherwise I couldn't be a lesbian anymore.
Truly. And you can be my friend. I'm joking.
Oh, rip.
No. You'll always be my friend.
Oh, thank you.
But okay.
I still love you even though you're straight. Sounded really awful. I'm sorry.
Yeah. God, yeah. I don't know. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I would, but I don't see that ever happening.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
I can't imagine.
I really can't. Like, I think...
that's scary.
I think about...
It scares me.
what I was like, we'll say, like, pre-6th grade, and I'm like, what? Because it doesn't make any sense to me anymore. I'm like, how I have ever been like,
how
yes,
gay not?
I'll probably, like, be with and maybe even marry a man in my lifetime, and it's like,
and that's on society. Ew.
that's true. You society. What the fuck?
Bleh.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, one more question. Actually, I already said that, but Okay, this is kind of broad, but and you can answer as realistically or as creatively as you want. Okay, what do you think being queer in the US specifically will be like in the next few years? Slash, do you, or yeah, slash, do you have kind of predictions and hopes, mostly hopes for the future? The future.
um, well, I mean, of course, I hope, in the future that, like, well, because I mean, like, I feel like we went fucking backwards for a good 4 years there, and, like, I'm not saying Biden is by any means perfect, but at least he's, like, has empathy, or at least the, like, capacity for empathy.
Super good.
So, like, I hope, we can have more, uh, like, top tier, good stuff happening for, like, government level good stuff happening for the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
And
Pass
just,
those
like,
laws.
get those laws passed. And just, like, I would really like to see, like, I hope that we can see more of people, like, not being assholes when it comes to, like,
Yay.
pronouns, basically, especially with, like, they, them stuff. And
Oh,
I have,
yeah.
like, I guess more, like, secondhand, frustrations and anger on this one, because, like, I've had multiple people, ask me, like, oh, how do you think of they as a singular term, because, like, because my sister is non-binary and uses they them pronouns, and so, like, people have been like, how do you think of that? How to grammar? And I'm like, it's really not that hard. Like, I mean, you can think of everyday examples of using they in a singular capacity, and so it's like, I just want people to realize that more and have it more, like, be more widespread. Like, for another example, in my medical assistant textbook, it always has to be like if it's talking about a patient, it'll use either a he or she, or if it's talking about a doctor, it'll use either he or she. And I'm like, this is like a prime opportunity for you to just use they. And then, like, especially in an academic setting, I feel like that would help people like think of it that way. Yeah, warm up to it, and get used to it. Cause, like, it's possible, and I feel like it would be a really important step to take, to just, like, be like, hey, I respect you, and so I'm going to, like, make it obvious that I respect you by using your preferred pronouns. And I also just, let's see. Sorry, that went on a bit of a tangent.
No,
I was like, what was even the question?
Tangent, yes. Hopes for the future.
Yeah. And then also, what do I think being queer in the US will be like in the next few years? Well, I really hope, well, this is a hope and kind of answering that first part, that just, like, we'll have more, like, widely accessible, queer representation, so that, like, queer people can actually see themselves in media, and we can, like, get to a quote-unquote, like, normal level of representation, like, so it doesn't have to all be coming out stories like in Happy Season, and can just be like, hey, these characters are gay and they're just living, and it's not completely central to their character, but also, like, it works as representation. There's just
more trans representation.
That too, yes, absolutely. And, like, would also appreciate seeing a lot more of actually, like, trans or queer actors playing trans or queer characters.
Yes.
Shout out to Sarah Paulson and Cynthia Nixon, mostly just because, Andy, you have to watch Ratched.
It feels like a call out.
It is, it always is.
Okay, fair.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess I don't really know how to answer the first part of the question, so I'm just gonna go with that.
I think you got it.
Cool.
Hell yeah. Alrighty. Thank you so much for coming to this interview sponsored by Therapy.
Hell yeah.
And
thank you for having me.
Oh, it was a pleasure. And next on to our other interview, or
Maybe we're doing Crush of the Week in between.
and then
Stay tuned for Crush of the Week.
stay tuned for Crush of the Week. This episode is brought to you by Crush of the Week. Natalie, who is your Crush of the Week?
Nicole Kidman. And I'm gonna, okay.
Yeah. I really like this radio voice.
It's doing good. Yeah, it's not even really like a crush of this week in particular. It's just like, since we haven't had an episode since like mid-December, I have to like cover the time that was missed.
You have to cover some ground.
Yeah, and I feel like people will know what I mean when I say it's because of the movie The Prom.
The Prom.
Yes.
I haven't watched it.
God. Everybody go yell at Andy to watch the things that I've been telling him to watch.
Yell at me.
But yeah, basically just the Zaz scene in The Prom and Nicole Kidman and her legs and MILF energy.
Shout out to Nicole Kidman's legs. This week is brought to you by Nicole Kidman's legs.
Alright, okay, yeah. Here, let's see if I can do a... I don't think I can do a voice like that, but I'll try.
Think you can.
Okay.
No pressure, though.
Also, nope. Also, this week is brought to you by...
Crush of the Week, Indica Sam.
Nice.
Whomst Andy is obsessed with, like, oh my god, they're so hot. And, like, I've been listening to their music on repeat. So, Indica Sam, it's either Indica, that's probably right. I just see it on Spotify, but they're, like, a rapper.
How is it spelled?
I-N-D, take notes, I-N-D-I-K-A space Sam, S-A-M, and they're...
You and people named Sam lately.
I know. Okay, anyway.
If you want details on that, tune into our future episode. Probably the next episode.
Yeah.
We want to be about...
We might have a future episode on...
experiences.
Yeah, it'll
or
be
just
fun.
online dating in general. I want that to be next week. We're
gonna do the damn
next
thing.
Episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but
yes.
Indica.
Probably.
That makes more sense. Indica Sam, so hot, and also their music slaps so hard.
I'm gonna look them up.
Hell yeah!
Because I have no idea who this is.
They have a song that features PP Cocaine.
I thought you were gonna say King Princess. I was like, Andy, oh my God.
Yeah. So if you like PP Cocaine, they're featured in one of their songs. Yeah, I've been listening to Elon Musk by them.
Okay,
yeah, they're also gay. I'm like pretty sure because their lyrics are like super gay, and they're just so hot, and their songs are hot.
You know, we're also gonna actually do along those vines.
Yeah,
Along these lines,
we're
gonna do an honorable mention to Princess Nokia because
Princess Nokia,
also, a very hot rapper.
Yeah, it's hot. Oh, Princess Nokia.
Yeah.
Did she do the song about little titties?
Yeah,
titties.
My little titties and my fat, but I can't remember how it goes.
Yeah, it was like little titties, my ballet. It's not it.
Oh yeah,
I'm cutting that out.
It wasn't butt, it was belly.
But
I could play it.
This week is brought to you by Butt.
But
But
what?
Buttville.
Oof. Anyway.
Yeah, but vote butts.
What?
I don't know.
But yeah.
That is our crush of the week. Back on to our interviews.
To your regularly scheduled
gay panic.
thing. Yes. Gay panic and gay inability to fucking words.
Yeah.
That's why our podcast is called Queers Cant Words, in case Y'all forgot. Because we can't words and we're queer.
Because we can't words. Okay, back to our
Regularly
podcast.
scheduled broadcast. That's what I was thinking.
Regularly scheduled podcast. Podcast.
Broadcasting the podcast.
Broadcast. Okay.
Broad
I need to stop just saying
podcast.
things in this voice.
Hello and welcome back. Hope you liked our Crush of the Week segment.
Yeah.
And Andy's newscaster voice. Now we're gonna go into Andy's interview, so heck yeah, and I forgot I was gonna read my questions before we started because I have more than 5.
Okay. You can just ask however many you want.
Legit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. I just combined some, honestly. Kind of cheated.
I was kind of like, I feel like you're asking like more than 5 or less than 5? But anyway.
More than 5. Just, yeah. I feel like as long as we're in like sort of our time-ish range, then it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. My first question. Okay. We'll just start with number 1. What was the funniest / most awkward moment you experienced when you first came out?
Ooh. Oh, I haven't thought of this. When I first came out. Well, I don't know if this was funny or awkward. It was just like I was out kind of to like my friends and to myself, sort of. But like I never really talked about it. I was like, just assumed it's a given. Like I was like, I cut my hair, so you all should know. And I went to Pride, so there's another cue. That's another clue.
What if we just thought you were being a really good straight ally?
Oh lordy, definitely. Sure, I guess if you thought that, but no, I went and then.
Oh, sorry. I just thought of a good answer for something really stereotypically lesbian I do.
Oh, well, what is it? Just tell us now.
I am a dumbass.
That's a stereotype. Fuck, you're so hard.
Honestly, yeah. Well, no, I mean like.
You're definitely not a dumbass.
Not
so.
like just like.
Like you remember things.
Flat out. It's more like. It's more like in like.
Oh, when you don't know someone who's flirting with you and stuff.
And that too, yeah.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yes, that is very much like. Yeah, I'm just like the kind of.
And it just goes over your head.
I can't tell when you're flirting with me or if you're like you have to be really forward with me, otherwise I'm just gonna be like, okay, you're being nice, cool, and
yeah. Same.
But anyway,
I understand. No, that was good. It was so good. Yeah, I do that too, so that's funny and awkward. But this, like, awkward thing that happened was, like, I went to Pride, and then I, like, saw this girl, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's cute. Her name is Jessica, and she went to U of A, and I was, like, 14 or something. But I was like, whatever, she doesn't have to know how old I am. And then we, like, hung out, and we kind of went on, like, a date. And it was, like, my first ever, like, date experience thing.
Ooh.
But we just hung out, basically. That was it. And then we never saw each other again. And then I just never told my mom. But my sister did, but without really, I just didn't tell her I was gay, so it was a little awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did think of one that's funny that I feel like is maybe relatable to the young queers. It's just awkward, and Natalie has firsthand experience with watching me do this, which is going to Late for the Train by Fala to see one barista because you've memorized her work schedule. You know she's gonna be there, so you go and you see her, and you don't flirt because you don't know how to do that, and you just get coffee like all the time. So, yeah.
Yep.
Anyways,
I can vouch for this.
Martha, if you are out there,
story, it's for sure. It was like 100%. Like,
you want to go to Late for the Train?
Yeah, or like I would like get into physics class and you would like be late even though you had 0 hour because you would get coffee and I'd be like,
yeah,
how was Martha?
It's worth it. Martha's so beautiful. Like, oh my god. Shout out to Martha who. Yeah, it didn't go anywhere, but that's like a moment.
Well, that's also pretty gay of you.
It was super gay of me.
All of it, yeah, every part of it. The low-key stalking, and then also
low-key
like, just
stalking,
not doing anything
and
about
not doing anything about it. Well, someone could be like, I feel like someone could be like, I like you. I would like to make out with your face right now. And I'd be like, what? Oh, as friends? Oh, okay,
Friends,
yeah.
really.
I was like, okay. So, oops. But, yeah. Oh, I just thought of another one, too.
Go for it.
Okay. This isn't super awkward, but I feel like in high school, I was like, well, if you're like dating someone, it's like, where do you go? Like, I didn't really want to go to my house. I just felt like, I don't
Oh,
know, I just didn't like it. And then but they were like, I don't want to go to my house. So I have had a few dates in my car, in the back of my car.
like dates or dates?
No, like just dates,
Okay.
which is more awkward.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I feel like
true.
it makes more sense to be like, hey, I'm gonna pick you up and then we can like smash into my car.
Except then where would
But
you go? Okay, this
that's,
is
yeah.
like, if you know the answer to this, please sound off in the comments. If you want to have sex in a car, where do you go? Where do you park?
Yeah.
Where do you go? So that it's just not like awkward. Sorry, that was like really loud. I was talking directly into the
No,
microphone.
please. Yeah, I
For
gotta
science
know.
reasons, I want to know. Somebody please tell me. Thank you.
Please tell us. Please do.
Also,
Yes.
not to call you out, um,
No, please call me
but
out.
like another awkward. I wasn't even there for this, and like I
Oh,
don't even
no.
remember what dance it was specifically.
Oh, no.
But you and a person, just and I heard about this, just
No.
full on making out in the middle of the dance floor.
Thanks. I thought that was lovely and not super awkward, but it was awkward because said person, who shall remain nameless, like, we were dating, I
Mhm.
think, like, officially, sort of, and then, like, we didn't make out that much, and I was, like, low-key, but I didn't want to, like, push it, because, like, they were, like, a little bit younger than me, which
Hmm.
didn't
And some people
honestly
just
make a
aren't
difference,
super
but
into it.
yeah, I was like, well, I don't know where you're at, and I
Understandable.
didn't know where they were at also in regards to their sexuality. So I was like, I'm just here, and I like you, and I would like to make out. So we would like kiss and make out. And then something happened in front of a bunch of people where they decided to make out with me there in that setting, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna stop this, but yeah, and then everyone knew then that we were like dating because maybe
Yeah,
before, and they were like, it was like the talk of the grade for the next morning.
it really was.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
like, did you see
What dance was
Andy?
that
And
though?
it was a winter formal in the
Junior year?
hotel downtown. It was junior year,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. And also, before I ask my next question, I just thought it was worth mentioning like how awkward it is when like you fully support your queer friend in pursuing a relationship with a certain someone, and then like after some time you're like, oh shit, I really should not have encouraged that. We've both
This
done
is
that for each
we
other.
have. I'm
Because we're
so
like,
sorry.
yes, I want you, like, I know you really like this person. I want you to be with them. And, like, I ship you. I support it, and then, and you, like, try and do wingman stuff. And then it's like, after a couple months, it's like, oh, God.
You're like, oh no, this shit is a little toxic. Like,
Yeah.
sorry. I know we have both done that.
And then being like, maybe
I'm gonna be
not.
fucking picky. I'm gonna be like, Natalie, you can't date anyone
That's fair.
until we know.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
fair. That's
Actually,
entirely
I do
fair.
what you want. I support you. See?
both
Yeah.
both is fair. Yeah, yeah, but that's a sign of a good friendship when you can kind of low key fuck up like that, but then still be good friends, and then just be like, "Whoops, sorry."
It's okay. You can't really know like how it is to date someone too, like
True.
in their like you can.
I feel like
kinda hint at it,
I
you
guess
can kinda
the
know.
you would be a bad friend if you continued to like try and push that relationship
When you knew it was bad,
when you,
but if you thought it
yeah,
was good, then
yeah,
that's cute.
and always take the friend's side, the first friend side, like.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Tangent. um.
good tangent. Good tangent.
That one's like a really dark question, so I might save that for
It's cool.
later. Okay. Yeah, I was curious to ask you like what movie, TV show, and or book is a must watch slash read for the queers in your opinion.
I feel like if you are like a lesbian, or if you are just you've had that experience. I just feel like
Experience.
that experience. Talking as a trans person who fit into the lesbian label for a bit. Even now, I just feel like okay, sorry, tangent. The L word, like I just feel like it's sort of a rite of passage.
That's fair. That's
like you don't
fair.
have to enjoy it, you don't have to like it, but like you should watch it just to know. And also, it's fucking funny. Like looking back on it, like there are some problematic areas, but now I think they're fucking hilarious. I don't know why, but you know, and also I feel like in watching the L word, like also don't be afraid to expose yourself to queer content throughout time. It doesn't have to be current. Like look at older queer icons, and like that's been kind of inspiring for me. Like looking at those like 1990s, 1970s like lesbians who were like really out there.
Hell
and
yeah.
like so that's my yes, but the L word. That's my thing. I don't really have any books, which is kind of sad. And yeah, could support queer artists by listening to their music, like King Princess and
Andy's weekly
Indica
King
Sam,
Princess plug.
and honestly, truly, yeah. But yeah, I think watch the O Word because you just got to. And
yeah, it's definitely a cultural thing.
Look throughout time and be inspired to be fucking gay and also a fucking feminist and you know, and also like pay respect to like all the queers that have paved the way for us now.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that's all. That's it.
Nice. Yes. I have yet to finish the L word because I think I don't remember. I like spoiled a major spoil for myself, and I won't say it for those of you who haven't watched, but like
I know.
Yeah, so I spoiled some pretty like dramatic for me, and I was like, "That's fucking bullshit," and I would like kind of went on strike for a minute or two, and then like I just forgot about it. But sorry, I should probably get back to that. Okay, next question. Do you feel like your queerness is expressed in how you present yourself, like in clothing style, appearance, etc.? How much of your queerness do you feel is a major / prominent part of your identity?
Ooh, this is a good question.
Yo.
Hell yeah. Okay, so first part, I definitely express my queerness in my dress, but I didn't used to. And then I like slowly and still am like fine tuning my like style.
Same.
Yeah. And part of that has been clothes. I also was maybe TMI. I got breast reduction surgery right before probably a year or two before I came out as trans, but I just didn't feel very comfortable with like big old badonkas, ginormous badonkas. I mean, you're trying to no longer longer says, and
you're gonna put me in a hospital.
So, you know, that's also, I think, a part of expression can be surgery, especially if you're trans, you know, and that was, like, it was, like, so freeing. I just felt like I could wear clothes without, like, my titties in the way.
I'm sorry, and,
like, anyways, and I felt like I wasn't so sexualized as a woman, and that made a big difference. I was like, I don't want that. No one does. I mean, well, unless it's, like, a good thing. But... Yeah. Okay, so...
If you're comfortable with it, then it's a good thing. But
for
if you're not comfortable with it, it's obviously not a good
thing. Oh, yeah, it's a time. But definitely hair has been a prominent expression. I cut my hair in 8th grade, and I had short hair basically through all of high school, except my last year. And I feel like that definitely expressed my queerness. And now, like, in the way I dress, definitely, like, feeling a lot better about how I dress. I kind of, like... went through a lot of different phases, honestly, like a lot. Like I was kind of like a hippie fairy child with short hair, and then I went through like in the end of high school, like yeah, my parents said I looked homeless, which is honestly valid. I was like baggy t-shirts and makeup say, like, with long hair.
Punk in a way.
It was kind of punk.
It was, honestly, because you also had the shaved.
Yeah, and I shaved half my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were like.
Did I do that? I didn't do that, did I?
No, but you did touch it up one day.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was kind of punk. Thank you.
Yeah.
I always thought that, and then
It did,
everyone was like,
yeah.
no. And
I
I was
feel
like,
like it was.
fuck you, okay? So, anyways, where was I going with this? Yeah, but I had long hair.
Yeah.
So we were, like, getting closer to my aesthetic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to college, and then
Art
I
school.
I went to art school, yeah. I'm still there, and I dressed kind of, like, professionally. Oopsies.
Oh, we're already
And
out of
then,
time. I gotta stop talking.
yeah. Okay, so that's all.
No,
That's
you
the
need to talk. I
okay.
need to stop talking.
Okay.
It's your interview.
Okay. Um, what else is there? Yes, I do express myself with
Yeah.
my clothing and my. Also, shout out to anyone who is like looking to express themselves maybe in a more mask way question mark. Anyways, I recently like yesterday I did some titty taping and that was cool because
Oh.
binders titty well
I thought of a different
I did titty things.
taping. And I was like, wait a second.
Natalie's like you. Oh, anyway, so yeah, if you're like maybe I kind of want like a flatter chest looking appearance, or like maybe I've been thinking about getting a binder, I would say don't get a binder because they
Are expensive.
restrict your breathing. Get some tape and do that instead, maybe, if you want to.
Just to try
But just be careful with binders. This is just a plug. I wore mine for way too long, and then I was like, I can't fucking breathe. And then I was like standing in the kitchen, and I was like, well, I don't have like anxiety. Like, I'm not really like, I'm like, why can't I not breathe? And then I was like, right, because I crushed my lungs. So just be careful, please. Okay.
Yeah. Also,
That's all.
real quick on binders, just real fast. Like, I feel like, I mean, even I also experimented with a few binders just because, like, yeah, I kind of wanted like a flatter chest look. So I forget what you said again. Massive badonk.
Humongous bananas. Ginormous hongamonga nana lagonga sis.
What is that from? Okay.
I think it's a TikTok.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Big old honga.
binders can be really like uncomfortable and like possibly make you feel even more uncomfortable if you don't find like a right fit or style that like makes you actually feel comfortable.
True, because sometimes you get like a weird uniboob and it doesn't help.
Well, that or just like one time I had one that was kind of like a tank top style and it's just like so uncomfortable because it would like right up my stomach as I walked, and so it just felt like really just awkward. And like being out in public with that is like you just feel uncomfortable, and so then everything's uncomfortable. So yeah, just like I don't know.
Yeah.
Experiment around, find what's comfortable for you.
True.
Yeah.
I think you can ask one more question.
Yeah. Okay.
This is like kind of longer. I think it's okay.
I do have longer question. Well, okay. Do you want this fun one or this kind of really like dark one?
Oh. I feel like I haven't really had an experience. So you can ask me.
Okay, solid. Okay, final question. What is something stereotypical that you do in the queer dating scene?
Oh, honey.
I fully wanted to ask this because I know that you're like kind of getting out there, and so I was like, I gotta get the tea, Andy.
Okay, so, what is something stereotypically where? Wow. Well, I feel like. I'm thinking real hard.
Yeah.
Just like being so awkward. Like, I don't know if that's maybe not stereotypical. I think that's just me.
No, I think it is.
But I think stereotypically queer would be like I feel like the straights are like, yes, the queer agendas. The queers are like they're having so much. They hook up with random people all the time. Like I feel like sex is very like central to that like image, especially which is like probably perpetrated by like I feel like especially representation of like gay men.
Yeah.
And then people like lesbians also are kind of sexualized in the
Ugh.
straight. Anyways, but I'm like queer and I'm here and I've been dating actually some people and fucking around. So I feel like people are like maybe, but I'm not a fuckboy. I don't think.
I don't think so either.
No.
No.
I need to think of something better. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna cut that part. Was okay.
No, it's
Something
legit.
stereotypical. Okay. Okay, talking for like a long time, like so long, and then like 3 months later being like, would you like to hang out? And maybe it happens. And I think that's something
Oh.
stereotypical that I do is like lots of talking and also like this thought of like it can't happen maybe.
I thought you meant just like lots of talking, like when you and then
Oh,
before.
lots of talking too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Interesting.
that too, like you don't really jump into it. There's like you gotta
No, I feel
you
that
gotta
for
talk, you
sure.
gotta know the person, you gotta I don't know. Have like oh
I've
yeah, you gotta have
definitely
like a
experienced
therapy
that.
session before you smash. I think that's something
So you know what's funny about that?
stereotypically queer.
Is that um like because call out at myself, I struggle a lot with the dating scene.
You're doing great.
Thank you. It's mostly because I'm just like heavily introverted, and I'm like I would rather die than meet a stranger. Not really. That was a bit dramatic. Um, but yeah, shout out again to therapy. um, my therapist likes to be because I'm always like, oh, this person said like, do you want to meet up? And I was like, just full on dread, and my therapist was like, so that's you being afraid. And like obviously it is.
You were like, yes, it is.
But she was
You're
like,
no shit.
she made a really good point because she was like, you have to like actually like meet someone in person and like hear their voice and like have that like actually in like physically look into someone's eyes. Or else I
True.
guess.
Yeah, because people are different than they seem online.
Yeah.
That seems like an
Well,
obvious
and like
one,
to
but
just like know
you know.
how much you actually like them because like
yeah.
I mean maybe it's like you meet them and you're like can't stand their voice or something or like how they actually like are like in person. I don't know. That was like kind of I don't know what I'm saying. But like
yes.
it's yeah. There's a vast difference between like how you come across from text versus in person, which just sounds obvious when I say it. And
yeah, people
where
are.
was I even going
different.
with this?
I don't know.
So yeah, and so I feel like yeah, like a lot of it is definitely stereotypical of the queers to just like talk over text or whatever for months without actually doing anything. And because like for me it's always surprising
Yeah.
when someone like after only like a week or a few days is like, want to meet up? And I'm like, what?
Or
It's
for one
too
day.
soon.
This happened to me recently, and I was like, oh, yeah,
After
now?
a day.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, okay. That was cool, actually.
Yeah.
That was a cool experience.
Yeah.
I thought
No,
it was
it's nice.
something stereotypical again.
It is nice when people are forward. I'm just gonna say that. Like, y'all stop. This is a major
Fucking
call out.
bottoms. Sorry, I'm joking.
I was gonna say this is a major call out to everyone who's listening. Be forward with what you want. Like, don't fuck around or dance around the issue. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just like say what you want or what you're looking for, especially in dating.
Yeah, it's helpful to like say that in the beginning. I think regardless,
Yeah.
like this
or like
is
have it in your bio,
yeah,
even.
because like I've been out more and about, hanging out,
Oot and
and
boot.
oot and about and hanging out, and I am leaving for the lovely Chicago in March, and I've just told people that, so it's kind of inferred.
Yeah.
This is casual. Just
Yeah.
want to smash.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to edit that out.
And I mean, like, the more like clear and concise you are, either like on the first date talking. I don't know, maybe that's kind of heavy for a first date. Well, fucking whatever. Or in your Tindo. God!
In Nintendo.
In your
Nintendo.
In your Tinder bio, just be like, this is what I'm looking for. And then you will actually find someone who's, like, looking for similar things, as opposed to, like, having to weed through a bunch of people being like...
No. That's good advice.
I'm choking on
And,
air.
like, I feel like when you go on a date also, or when you're, I don't know, if you're, you know, tell people, like, what you want, and it'll make it easier for them to do the same thing.
Oh yeah, have a conversation.
And, yeah, talk.
Have a conversation, y'all, before you, like, fuck. Like, I mean, I'm also, like, bad at being, like initiating that conversation, honestly, because it can be kind of awkward. It can be really awkward. But, like, I think it's important to be like, hey, I like these kind of things. And you don't even have to get super specific. And also just, like, you know, nothing wrong with, like, just because you, like, go and meet up with someone, that doesn't mean you have to do anything. Like, if you, at any point, you were like, never mind, then just, like, say no. You know,
True.
like,
yes,
advocate for yourself.
advocate for yourself.
And, you know, like, if and I'm even bad at this myself, but if somebody is, like, doing something to you or for you that you don't actually like, ask them to stop, as opposed to just, like, suffering through it. Like,
yes,
advocate for yourself. That's the big takeaway from this episode. It is so big.
Yeah, because I feel like I didn't really do that in high school. But recently, or, like, especially if you're, like, trans, or if you're just a person and you're feeling, like, some body dysphoria.
Hell yeah.
Just, like, telling the person, like...
That wasn't a hell yeah at body dysphoria.
Hell yeah, no, I got you, don't worry. Yes. Yeah. I feel like, this is probably TMI for people. Recently I've been like, no tatas, no titties. And I feel a lot better because I've like, in what capacity? Like you don't touch my titties, okay, but like, sorry. And then I'll like sometimes I'll ask people, but also like, I just feel a lot better about the whole situation because like I told them that, then I don't have to like feel uncomfortable, and then later be like, aha, like. Yeah. You brush their hand away, then like the hand comes back, and you're like, no, that was a no brush. Like, you know, yeah. And you're like trying to communicate, but you don't want to kill the mood. Okay, anyway, so don't be afraid to like say that.
Don't be afraid to kill the mood because you can probably get you won't kill the mood unless it's like, well, I don't know. I can't really think of anything that would be like incredibly, especially if it's like you're both like there for that sole reason. Then it'll probably end up happening if you're both really eager and willing for it, even if like there are a few hiccups. Yeah. I also just thought of another stereotypically queer thing that I do that I feel like I should share because I think it's kind of funny, but I also might cut this out, so maybe it won't be in the thing. Okay, so I will fight you. So last night. Yes, I've been COVID safe. Oh yeah, wait, I was also gonna add, on top of advocating for yourself and not being afraid to kill the mood, in this time and age and whatnot, be sure to have the COVID conversation before you meet up with anyone. True. And... because you don't want to, like, get COVID or give it to your family. Yes. My mom just got vaccinated for her second dose. I know. Oh, shout out to Melissa. It's been a big. Yeah. That makes me happy. Really good. Me too. Well, yeah, it was because like if you're gonna like meet up with someone IRL, like maybe it would be a good idea for you both to get COVID tested beforehand, or you know just like stick with socially distanced or masked little dates. Oof. Yeah. Don't do that. I'm sorry. Like you could, but I feel like it's just like there's no point. Yeah, but getting COVID tested is like it can be pretty easy, and yeah, it's a nice, and it will give you peace of mind, and maybe those who you're in contact with as well. And also, like in case you're like just anxious about it, just insist that the other person also get a test, like because people can be like, oh, I'm careful, and they can lie, like, and also like don't lie to your partners or hookups or friends or family. In general, but also like in this about like possible COVID stuff. Anyway, yeah, sorry, go
True.
ahead.
Yes, very good. Yes.
You
Yeah, have the
are
COVID
awkward.
convo before.
COVID
COVID convo. Wait, what was I saying again?
You had another stereotypical.
Yes, I had a
queer-
stereotypical. Okay, I don't know. Think this seems very stereotypically lesbian, but I feel as though I can stretch it to be stereotypically queer. Is okay. Last night I saw this person, and wow, they're really cute, but they're a little messy. They're like their life is a little chaotic, and I was like,
I know
"Aw,
where you're going with this, and I'm already
child."
like, yeah.
Anyways, and I felt like kind of bad for them. No, I don't feel bad. I don't know. Maybe you're that kind of person in relationships where you're like, you see someone who's like struggling a little, you're like, okay, I want to like fix it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not a fixer. Okay, but this morning I woke up and I was like, I literally had this thought like 3 times, and I was like, Jesus, Andy, like we're just like friends, or whatever. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this thought came up like 3 times. I was like, maybe I should make them cookies. Like,
Aww.
what if I made cookies and then I brought them cookies? And I just feel like, and now I'm like, I'm probably gonna make them cookies, but I just feel like it's so extra to be like, I need to cook for you. I think that's the like Italian grandfather in me that's like, I just need to feed you food.
Just being like,
so yeah,
I'm low-key worried about you, so I'm gonna nurture you in any way possible.
yes.
That's
I think
a
it's
mood.
like it's cute.
Yeah, no, you're
They need
that's
cookies.
cute of you. Not
Cool.
so cute of them to be a bit messy in their life.
It's okay. I don't think they mean to. It's just circumstantial.
But I also
that's
feel
good.
like it's like high-key stereotypical mood where it's like
Emo gay.
I was gonna say like sorry. I was gonna say it's like so rare for both parties to be emotionally stable. Like
So rare.
It's either you're both kind of like fucked up, or one of you is like doing okay while the other one is just like over in the corner like not okay. So which puts one of you in the role of like I want to fix things, and the other person in the role of like either being really kind of toxic or I guess just not good.
Messy.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say like not good relationship material, which kind of forces the other person to make hard decisions unless you want those decisions to be made for you, and then you get hurt, as opposed to like I don't know. Sorry, it's just like oh
No, I
God,
got you.
my past
The gays are not
relationship, I was like,
emotionally
fuck.
stable, but it's okay. Because
Yes.
life is hard.
We still love you. It's okay if you're not doing okay, but
yeah, it's
also,
so
like-
okay. Take care of yourselves.
yeah,
It's okay. You can be messy. This is
Yeah.
your permission slip to be messy.
But also,
And eat a cookie.
yes, but also there is a certain point where it's like, okay, you need to
Get your shit together.
either get your shit together or find some like professional help. This
Again,
podcast
shout out
is-
to therapy.
This episode is brought to you by therapy.
Yay, therapy.
Go get yourself some.
Would you like some therapy?
Would you like some mental and emotional stability?
What?
I know, what a concept. Oh my god. Well, cool. I guess on that note, that should probably be all the questions I have for you because we're taking quite some time.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yes. Thank you for being here.
No problem.
We love it. We love this journey for us.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Yeah. Stay tuned for our next episode, whenever that will be.
Someday.
I'm not. Yeah.
I think
We-
we wanted it to be on. Wait, what did we want it to be on?
Didn't we say Tinder?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Our next episode will be about Tinder.
We have a lot to say about online dating, obviously, as we have spent, I think, the past like 5 or 10 minutes talking about online dating, already.
Well,
Yeah. Thank
I
you for
hope
listening.
that you have a great day, week, month, year,
Yeah,
and that you take
We love
care.
you.
We love you.
you're valid.
You are valid and you are loved.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye. May?
I said bye.
Oh, bye.
Bye.